Actually, I'm not starting with an ad. Hello guys, welcome back. Welcome for the first time ever. Welcome. I bet nobody ever see this video, by the way. Don't care. I don't need to know about stupid ads. I don't need to know. No need.
See, in the comment section, you guys have a lot of medical questions, and I pulled together and I'm going to answer some of the most juicy ones. Huge thank you to ShipStation for sponsoring this video. Daniel Von Diego, is it dangerous to sleep next to a Wi-Fi router? Do we have evidence that it's dangerous? No. Do I recommend it? No.
So for anybody which is going to watch this video, I don't know what is on this video. So yeah, please be careful. And also, yeah, if casually anything bad is going to happen, I'm not responsible because I never put this video, only this time with this video. So yeah, let's continue.
Find a different place for it. Don't keep it next to your brain. And also, keep your cell phone away from you. And keep your cell phone out of arm's reach so you don't reach for it in the middle of the night and sleep, because that's the surefire way to disturb your sleep. What advice do you have for the partners of people who work in medicine? Given the long hours of workload, it can be difficult to stay connected. It's very
Excuse me, David. Excuse me.
Relationships end when someone goes to medical school. Also, do you know how many relationships form? Because you realize that like sometimes attracts like. Humans are magnets. Is it okay to lick a pen? Medically, I wouldn't advise. Is it okay? Ethically, morally, I mean, I think it's fine. Don't lick the part of the pen that releases ink. That's not edible. The way that I think about pens is the same way that I think about our fingers. Our fingers are disgusting. They have a lot of bacteria on them. Like, if you touch your phone, you're essentially touching other people's poop. There's poop on everything these days. Keyboards, phones, water bottles, it's all over the place. It's just floating around. And because of that, it's probably on your pen.
Alright, now.
And if you're going to put your pen in your mouth, you're putting poop in your mouth. So, is it okay to lick poop? No. Then not okay to lick your pen. That's how I'm stating my answer. Is drinking my own blood bad for me? I promise I don't do it on purpose, but it happens a lot. It is a problem. Drinking blood is a GI disturber. Whatever. It's not good for your GI system. In some people, it can cause tremendous constipation because what does blood have in it? Iron. In others, it can cause inflammation and irritation of your GI tract, leading to diarrhea. How do we know this? In those who have frequent nosebleeds and then do this, start swallowing a lot of blood, it can lead to nausea, vomiting, and or constipation, diarrhea if it stays there long enough. Is it bad to hold and poop? You have an anal sphincter for a reason. It's so that you don't just poop while you're sitting there. If you lose control of your poop, it's called fecal incontinence. And that can happen as a result of all sorts of medical problems. A common one that we talk about or learn about in boards is something called cauda equina syndrome. The lower end of your spinal cord actually starts getting compressed, and it creates such compression that you develop incontinence or decreased sensation in the saddle area of your body. But holding in your poop is a normal thing for humans, so just be reasonable with it. Don't overdo it, because you can actually hold in your poop so long that you start developing nausea and vomiting because you're actually creating a backup in the system. So don't do that. Is it bad to stay up all night several nights a week? It is absolutely bad. In fact, I'm going to go on record and say the uptick in neurological conditions like Alzheimer's, dementia, etc., I believe is happening due to the fact that we no longer respect sleep. We pride ourselves on sleeping less and working more. We value hustle culture. We stay up late because of social media and anxiety and mental health struggles. And as a result, we're creating brain problems. Back to the questions in just a second, but first, I want to talk to you about ShipStation. Look, last year I dealt this spelled out. That's 2 months free of no hassle.
Sorry guys, no free ads on this video. No free ads.
Hours not getting sick, but the moment I start driving a car, I get motion sickness. In a VR, people get motion sick because there's a disconnect between what their vision is seeing versus what their semicircular canals in their ears are experiencing. So that sort of disconnect can create nausea in some people that you can get used to. In an automobile, because you're constantly starting and stopping, you're having the opposite disconnect. Your semicircular canals are experiencing a lot of activation, a lot of stimulus, but your vision might be looking at a still object. So that's a different disconnect from on opposite ends of the spectrum. And you can have worse motion sickness on one end, but not the other. Every time I wake up much earlier than normal, like to catch a flight, I get really bad indigestion. Is this just coincidence or is something going on? There's something going on. The central nervous system of our bodies works on two different systems. One is the rest, repair, digest nervous system that happens and gets activated when we sleep, when we chill, when we meditate. And then the flight or flight response system, which is like what happens if we see a threat. When we're sleeping, we're in rest, digest. If you don't get enough sleep, you don't repair, you don't digest well. So when you wake up early, your body has to go into fight or flight mode. It has to kick in your adrenaline in order to keep you awake and allow you to function normally. And also, many people, to combat waking up early, drink a ton of caffeine, which stimulates acid secretion from your stomach, which can create gastroesophageal reflux, which is like traditional heartburn. What's the difference between an allergy and an intolerance? Such an important question here because so many people say they're allergic to things when they're really not. And then it creates other problems. So many of my patients say that they have a penicillin allergy when they actually don't. And as a result, they lose a set of antibiotics that are actually quite effective and have a low risk of side effects. An allergy is a histamine-driven response where you actually get itchiness, hives, and you start scratching your skin. There's eosinophils present. You could also have an allergic response to anaphylaxis where your throat starts closing up. You have swelling because histamines start allowing the swelling of tissues by making blood vessels more porous. Then you get cytokines and all these inflammatory cells come, and it becomes a big problem because it closes off your airway. An intolerance is when something just doesn't sit right with you. It causes some other malfunction in your body. For example, if you're lactose intolerant, it's not an allergy because you don't get a rash, you don't get anaphylaxis, but you do have diarrhea. So it's once they've been removed. Generally, we send them to pathology for analysis through microscopy to see what kind of tumor they are, how differentiated they are, what cells are present. In some cases, like with skin cancers, we do a cutout, and sometimes we look right then and there to make sure that we cut out the entire margin of the tumor to make sure that we didn't leave any cancer cells behind. Why do humans randomly get itchy? I understand why you itch from hairs or bugs being on you, but so often I itch when there's nothing touching me. What gives? Okay, Teresa, this is very important because if you're itchy like that to that degree, perhaps there's a medical condition going, perhaps allergic, perhaps otherwise. But we would need to investigate that further. There's many reasons why humans get itchy. Itchiness can come from something physically bothering your skin or a chemical reaction bothering your skin. Both can cause itchiness. And there's also like the nerve thing. Like nerves misfire and can make it feel like an itching sensation is present when it's not really there. I'm thinking about becoming a nurse, but I have a serious fear of needles. Do you think it's worth pursuing, or should I look into something else? That is something that you can overcome. There are legitimate medical treatments and therapies targeted at those who have phobias of any kind. Needles are one that you can definitely overcome. So if that's the sole thing that's preventing you from having an amazing long career that is much needed,
Ignore the random sounds.
productive, rewarding job because of a phobia, then you can overcome. Is it dangerous to hold in a sneeze? Click here to find out, and also don't miss out on your due to eliminate your double chin besides surgery. Would eating carrots do anything to my jawline? What are you, Bugs Bunny, bro? Like you mean like to make your muscles back? There was a funny commercial. Cristiano Ronaldo, if I'm not mistaken, did where
We're gonna be watching this next time, guys. And thanks for everybody who actually gave two ads about this video. So thank you. Like and subscribe if you care. If you don't, I still thank you. You actually watch until the end. Goodbye.